Hello and a very good evening, friends and followers. We are here at Porto tonight in the FlyByWire A320 in the new Vueling livery linking Europe. And we're gonna fly today to the Spanish airport of Bilbao in northern Spain. Our departure time will be in 25 minutes. And without further ado, I therefore jump right into the aircraft. Because 25 minutes is not that much. As you can see, I didn't prepare anything. So let's start the FS2 crew here. And what I also want to do today, since a long time, is that I want to start my self-loading cargo, which is simulating the cabin crew and the passengers here. So we are checking the... I'm not even sure if you can see that. No, you cannot. I'm just setting up the FS2 crew loading screen. And then we go to start flight. And that's it. So our co-pilot will now start the aircraft, and we will already fetch the data from SimBrief. There we go. And of course, what we always do first is refuel, so we don't forget it. 6,257, so make it 6,300. Okay, we start the refueling process, just to be sure that we have done this. And then we can start to set up the aircraft.
Okay, I'm out for the walk around.
Starting IRS 1, 2 and 3. Emergency exit lights, no smoking signs, seatbelt signs. Fuel pumps. And doing engine fire test, because co-pilot is just checking the APU. We have set the wrong throttle options here, so we set that back. There we go. Everything seems to be set. And I think we will turn up the or down the time again, so that we will be able to enjoy the scenery of this new world update here in the Iberian Peninsula, which covers Portugal, Spain, Gibraltar and Andorra. So, we will start.
Hi, I'm back. No issues on the walk around.
Thank you. We will call the bridge here. And we will start the boarding for the cabin crew. We're happy to get going now, so as soon as you're ready, you can open the doors and start letting the passengers on board. Yeah, we will start the
no problem.
self-loading cargo here. Just to make sure to be ready on time here. So for the departure, Let's check if we have ATIS. Yeah, we have ATIS indeed. 124.3. Let's go upwards. 124.3. Let's check what the ATIS is telling us.
2.11 QNH 1014. Acknowledge LPPR information Charlie.
So in for Charlie's current.
Francisco Dessa inverted exclamation mark Carnero Airport British Charlie. 1800 ZRNT approach, runway in use 35, transition level 50. Wind 350 degrees 6 knots, visibility 10 kilometers. Cloud. View at 3,000 feet, temperature 17, 2.11 QNH 1014. Acknowledge LPPR information Charlie.
Okay, so information Charlie is current, runway 35 is in use. Transition level is 50 and wind is 350 at 6 with a visibility of 10 kilometers. So we turn down the time to make it, let's 8:43, roughly 1 hour earlier. And then we can set in the departure, which is runway 35, Beldu 9 Echo departure. Insert. Check if there is no discontinuity. There is not, besides that DGO. And check in the flight plan here. That should be our latest waypoint before we go to the star. So, Bilbao, according to our flight plan, so according to the company, is runway 12. So we have ILS Yankee and Zulu. I choose Zulu.
Hi, the security and safety checks are all done. Are we good to start boarding?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, let's check the approach here. ILS Zulu. I don't think there is a big difference. ILS Yankee, ILS Zulu. Okay, we can take ILS Yankee, actually. ILS Yankee, DGO 1 Tango, and insert. Let's check. There is no discontinuity because we're going directly from DGO. And let's check if the boarding is completed from the... Yes, it is completed from the aircraft's side, because it's important. I need this zero fuel weight here. So, initialization page. And we have a block fuel of 6.3 tons of fuel. And I will now check, you cannot see that as well, but I'm just checking the Airbus performance calculation. I think there will be a tool in the near future to make it visible in the flight simulator. So
I will just about set up here, so we're happy for you to close the doors once everyone is on board. Thanks.
we have a zero fuel weight of 54.3 plus our fuel.
Okay,
Makes
great.
it
We'll make
60.6, so we are very light today. Our center of gravity today is 24.8. Configuration will be 1 plus F, anti is off, air conditioning is off. And now I need the runway length of Porto's airport, which is 3,480 meters. Runway heading make it 350. Runway condition is dry. Airport elevation is 226 feet. QNH is 1014. Temperature, did I wrote that down when I listened to the ATIS? No. But we can see it here. Temperature is 16 degrees, wind is 350 at 6. I know this is saying 5 here, but the ATIS was saying 6, so... Okay, and the Airbus performance calculation tells us that we have a flex temp of 55 today. So let's check. Flex temp 55. We are going with a flaps 1 / up 0.8. And our V1 we 128, we are 129, and V2 133. IRS is aligned, so everything is set up. Very nice airport, although there is no aircraft here at the moment. So we have a center, Lisbon control on 12555. Set that in 12555. There we go. I'm not sure, I'm turning down the music a little bit. So we still have 20 passengers remaining until boarding is completed. So it looks like we are ready a little bit earlier than expected, to be honest. So,
hi guys, here's the load sheet for you.
Thank you.
No problem, have a safe flight.
Thanks. So we can check the route now, if there's any strange thing in the route. But it looks good for now. Whoops. Yeah, there we go to Bilbao already. So nothing special here. Everything is set up. No discontinuity. Set the QNH 1014 already. Departure is the Bellevue 9 Echo. So initial climb is flight level 100. Can set that in.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board our flight today. As you locate your assigned seat, please place your smaller items.
Okay, so boarding is completed. We can put the bridge away.
If you are unable to accommodate any items in this cabin, please bring it
And
to the
luggage and catering is finished as well.
instruction in your seat pocket. If you're seated at an exit seat, also review the exit seating criteria.
So now I have a problem here.
Hey guys, all packs are on board. Are we clear to close?
Yes.
Thanks, let me know if you need
Hi,
anything.
Captain. All passengers are on board and doors have been cleared.
Thanks.
So the problem we have is that self-loading cargo tells me that the door is still open, while the aircraft actually have the door closed. You can see that here cargo is open, but the passenger door, cabin door, is closed. So if I click now this one here, let me see what happens if I call the bridge again. Yeah, okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking.
Maybe
My
this
name
is
is
working.
Dennis
Okay.
Bruns. On behalf of the first officer, Mr. Henry Miller, the cabin crew and myself, I'd like to welcome you on board this flight today. We're not anticipating any delays, so we hope to be up in the air in the next 15 minutes or so. For now though, the ground crew are loading the last of the baggage into the aircraft, so if you could get yourself seated and secured in the meantime, we can make a departure as soon as they're finished. Thank you.
And actually the baggage guys are finished. You can see that here. And also I just noticed that the Lisbon center is offline now, but nevertheless we gonna start in a few minutes now. We will now start with the before start checklist, and because we have another 10 minutes until our flight starts according to the flight plan. So, before start checklist.
Cockpit prep.
Completed.
Completed. Gear pins and covers.
Removed.
Signs.
On and auto.
ADS.
Aligned.
Fuel quantity.
6,300 kilograms set. 6,300 kilograms
Takeoff data.
set.
Baro ref.
1014 set.
1014 set. Down to the line.
Below the line.
Windows and doors.
Closed.
Closed. Beacon.
On.
Thrust levers.
Idle.
Parking brake.
Is set. Set.
Before start checklist complete.
Thank you. Cabin crew, arm slides and cross track. And we will now start our pre-planned pushback. And we can request pushback as there is no traffic around us. APU on. Porto traffic, Vueling 2703 at Porto, gate 033 is pushing back in a minute. Runway 35 for departure. APU starting.
The parking brakes are set. You may lift. Parking brake set. Lifting the aircraft.
We are now getting lifted. You can see that here.
We are cleared for start and push. Okay, cleared for push start. Please release parking brake.
Okay, we are clear to release the parking brake. We just have to wait until the APU started. So we can disconnect the external power. Okay, it's available. We can disconnect the external power and release the parking brake.
Commencing pushback. You can start the engines in sequence. It will start in the sequence.
Starting engine 2.
Check.
We need to turn on the bleed.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board today. This is your purser speaking. Please direct your attention to the cabin crew for important safety information.
And engine number 2 is running up.
In your seat pocket,
You can see ignition is on here.
Regulations require
Cabin crew, please arm doors and cross check. Thank you.
As well as all crew instructions.
So if the passenger announcements are sometimes doubled because they are included in the FS2 crew and also in the self-loading cargo, and I didn't turn it off in the FS2 crew.
It is our policy that you keep your seatbelt fastened at all times while seated. Doors are clearly marked with exit signs and instructions for door operation. Each door is equipped with an escape slide. Locate the nearest exit to you and note that the nearest exit may be behind you. In an emergency, lights will illuminate the aisle.
Starting engine 1.
Check.
Okay, thank you.
Remain seated with your seatbelt fastened and pull a mask towards you to start the flow of oxygen. Oxygen will be flowing to the mask even though the bag may not inflate. Cover your nose and mouth with the mask. Place the elastic band around your head and tighten by pulling on the end. Secure your own mask before lifting others. Your life jacket is located under your seat. Tighten the straps and once outside the aircraft, pull on the
So,
tabs
pushback is completed. We are now waiting for the engine number 1.
fails to inflate. Use the tube placed near the neck. Your jacket is equipped with a light that will automatically illuminate in water. This is a non-smoking flight. Smoking is not permitted in the cabin or in the lavatories. Cabin lights will now be turned off. Reading light buttons are located over your head. Thank you very much for your attention.
And engine number 1 is available as well. So we can turn the ignition back to normal. We can turn off APU bleed and APU. And we can now call for the after start checklist.
Cockpit prep.
No, cancel checklist. Cancel checklist.
Okay.
After start checklist.
Anti-ice.
Off.
ECAM status.
Checked.
Pitch trim.
0.8% set.
Rudder trim.
0.
After start checklist complete.
Flight controls check.
Ready. Full up. Full down. Neutral. Full left. Full right. Neutral.
Rudder.
Full left. Full right. Neutral.
Still no controller online, unfortunately. Clear left side.
Clear right side.
And that was quite easy, wasn't it? Before takeoff checklist.
Flight controls.
Checked.
Checked. Flight instruments.
Checked.
Checked. Briefing.
Confirmed.
Flat setting.
Config 1 plus F.
Config 1 plus F. V1, VR, V2, flex temp.
128, 129, 133, flex temp 55.
V1, 128, VR, 129, V2, 133, flex temp, 55 degrees, ATC.
Set.
Ecam memo.
Takeoff no blue.
Down to the line.
Set the parking brake. And check the arrival, the final. There's no aircraft in the area, so Porto traffic. Vueling 2703 is Airbus A320 lining up and takeoff from runway 35. Below the line.
Cabin crew, seats for takeoff, please. Seats for takeoff.
Below the line.
Takeoff runway.
Confirmed.
Cabin crew.
Advised.
TCAS.
Approaching.
TARA.
5.
Engine mode selector.
Normal.
Pax.
Off.
Before takeoff checklist complete.
Thank you.
On runway 35.
Okay. Ready?
Ready.
Takeoff.
Check. Thrust set.
Checked. Manual flex, SRS,
Okay.
auto thrust blue.
One
100 knots. V1. Rotate. Positive climb.
Gear up.
Climb, gear up.
Pitch, pitch. Gear up.
And we can fly this manually because it's just straight ahead here. Climb thrust. Thrust climb. Come on. Climb thrust. Thrust climb. Okay, now it's getting stupid.
Packs are on.
Oh.
Checked, checked, checked.
Flaps 0.
Speed checked.
Autopilot 1 on.
Flaps 0.
Set standard.
Standard cross-checked. Passing flight level 051. Now.
Checked. After takeoff, climb checklist.
Landing gear.
Up.
Flaps.
Retracted.
Packs.
On.
Down to the line.
Below the line.
Barrow ref.
Standard set.
Standard set. After takeoff, climb checklist complete.
And we leave the seat belts on, as long as there are some clouds around us. And let's have a look outside. Well, we are lucky that we passed this cloud here.
And gentlemen, you may now use your electronic devices.
And we are almost passing flight level 100. So lights will be turned off by the autopilot, by the co-pilot. Seatbelts are turned off as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned off the seatbelt sign, so you are free to move about the cabin.
So everything is set, engines are running, packs are on again. Everything looks good so far. And we will just start the in-flight movie here.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to start in-flight movie. If you'd like to watch, please plug in your headphones and select channel 3 from your armrest remote. Thank you and enjoy the film.
And at least the clouds now look a little bit better. We cannot see that much from the update here, but maybe the surroundings in Bilbao is nicer because they have updated the area around Bilbao as well, handcrafted city or so, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to the approach there. Although I have to admit that the approach into runway 30 is a lot more interesting than into runway 12. And we can check when our top of descent will be. By the way, the Airbus A320 from FlyByWire will receive a update soon. It's already implemented in the experimental version, so I am quite sure that it will come to the development version very soon. And it's the VNAV option. Although VNAV is, of course, a Boeing word, but it's basically VNAV. So we will then can see our top of descent in the navigation display here, and we can also see our descent path and stuff like that. So I'm really looking forward once this update will be implemented into the development version. But for now we have to check our top of descent according to the flight plan. And according to the flight plan, our top of descent will be here, 21 miles behind Tabanera, or 39 nautical miles before Domingo. So, I will do that already so that we won't forget it. I type in Domingo and make it a 40 nautical miles radius. So we should be able to see that circle there, and that's where we need to start our descent. Yeah. And I will now request the weather information for Bilbao so that we can set up the approach page nice and early. You all know that I really like that, to do it nice and early. And company message, there it is. And let's check it. Bilbao, we have 100 degrees with 7 knots, CAF OK 17 degrees, and QNH 1019. So 17 degrees, 100 at 7. 100 at 7. 17 degrees, and QNH was 1019. Can double check that. 1019, that's correct. And for the approach, I will just quickly check the ILS Yankee, and we have a ILS decision height of 495 here, 495. And I will quickly make a fuel check. We're crossing Beldu here. Beldu, we should have 5.2 tons of fuel on board and 1.1 ton used. We have 5.4 tons of fuel on board, and we have 900 kilograms used, so we're perfectly fine here. Wind's basically calm at the moment. And I will now check again the approach to star, how this is set up. Okay, because after Bilbao, after V, okay, let me check. Domingo 1 Tango. Okay, I see. So I should go the Domingo 2 X-ray. Okay, we have time, so I can check that. ILS. By the way, I could also, if I choose this one, yeah, I can choose ILS Zulu, and then the Domingo 2 X-ray via Silman. Okay, and now check that again. So we're going to Domingo, and then we go to VRA, and after that we go to Delta 2510 or so. This looks a little bit weird, but as we are approaching, it will look better. And then we do a circle here, a nice arc to join the final. That looks better. So, and these weird lines will sort themselves once we're getting closer. That depends on the speed, because right now the Airbus calculates these turns with the speed we currently have, which is a ground speed of 450 knots, and that's too fast for it, so it cannot it cannot calculate the correct turns. So the lines looks a little bit weird. So we have no speed restriction or altitude restriction. And therefore, we can just take the altitude we have at Sunir. Sunir has to be crossed at, or platform altitude is 3,500, but Sunir has to be crossed at 4,000. So let's check in the FMC if this is set in. Oh, I just see that's doubled here. So we don't need that. We can delete that, and delete that, and delete that, and delete that, and delete the discontinuity, and there we go. Okay, it's a little bit weird here, but anyway, so then we should cross Solman at 4,500, and this is set in. Solman, flight level 045 or above. That's correct, and therefore we are all set up. And of course, by the way, Madrid is now offline as well. So no ATC along the route. We have a flight time of 1 hour and we are already 15 minutes in the air. So we'll now reach our cruising altitude of flight level 380 very soon. Yeah, the sandwiches are served, drinks are being served. And just 2,000 feet to go. Ah, I love this livery. Wonderful. That's really sad that we just had ATC and as soon as we arrived they're going offline. That's really, really unfortunate.
1,000 to go.
Checked. And there is some traffic around us. You can see here 2 aircrafts, both on just 600 feet below us. That's interesting. Let's see on the map if I can see something. This is me, and okay, the first one is a Air Portugal from Lisbon to Geneva, and the other one is a TAP Portugal from Lisbon to Frankfurt. They're both cruising on flight level 360, so they are not gonna be a factor. And we are now approaching our cruising flight level.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Just a short message from the cockpit to let you know we have in fact reached our cruise level. We're now level at 35,000 feet. We're not anticipating
Well, that's
any
not
delays,
correct,
so
but
as the cabin crew
anyway.
make their way around the aircraft, please make sure you keep the aisles clear of any items, and please sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the flight. Thank you.
Well, we're not cruising at flight level 350, but well, anyway. So I'm really curious about how the surroundings in Bilbao look like. I really hope it's good looking. The last time I approached Bilbao was runway 30, and I really loved it. It was slightly after the sunset, and I really loved that approach. And let's see if we can see the two aircrafts, or at least one of them, but I don't think so. They are too far away, I guess. Do I see something blinking? No. I don't. I mean, this aircraft is like 20 miles away. Well, let's make it 16, but... oh, that's far away. Somewhere over here, I think. Ah, I love that. Actually, let me see if there is any way for me to go to the cabin. I think I tried it again. I tried it already. Yeah, but it's not working. I cannot go through the cabin door. Although, what happens if I open it? Hello? Nope. Can I click it to open? No. Unfortunately not. So I'm wondering how to set up the wing views. What is that? Ah, it's just dust or coffee, an old coffee. Oh no, well, whatever. So there's nothing much we can do here except enjoy the view, of course, and the sunset, which is behind us. So that's why I said the runway 30 is more interesting, because we're if we're approaching runway 30, we're facing the west, and therefore directly into the sunset. While on runway 12, we're having the sun in the back, so it's not as interesting as it is from the other side, unfortunately. could watch this all day. It feels like I'm in an aircraft as well. Crazy. And we have another 167 nautical miles to go until we are approaching Bilbao. So that's not a lot of time. Let's check what the FMC is telling us. We will arrive at 1855 UTC. This is in roughly 28 minutes. And we can make another fuel check. We are currently just passing Zamora, where we should have 4.7 tons of fuel on board, and we have 4.8, and we even passed Zamora, so everything's fine. And that's what I mean, sunset behind us. But well, we will see. Maybe there is a surprise or something, and it's still nice to approach there. We're getting closer to Domingo VOR, and we're also getting closer to the other aircraft here. Maybe we can now see it down somewhere. It must be directly in front of us. I'm just not sure where exactly, but I think that he is still too far away. Oh, there it is. There it is. Let me zoom in. There it is. That should be it. Let me see if I can zoom in from the cockpit as well. No, I cannot zoom in further, but you can see it right here. You can see it blinking here. And that's actually the aircraft to Geneva. And we're getting even closer to our top of descent here. Still no ATC in Bilbao, although we if I would have departed Lisbon and we went to Madrid, then we would have ATC. But well, it's too late, so sun is setting. I think we need to turn back the time a little bit. 19. Yeah, just half an hour, that's okay. Because I still want to have a nice sunset during landing to have a view above the city. And I will now check the weather again. So the latest report was from 1830 Zulu. And this one is from 19 Zulu. So we have 090 at 6, CAF OK, 16 degrees, and 1019 still the same. So 090 at 6 and 16 degrees. 090 at 6 and 16 degrees. 090 at 6. Rest is the same. And I just have to pay attention on the other aircraft here, because if we are now descending and we are just like 12 miles behind him, then we have to pay attention that we're not getting too close to him. But as you can see, the top of descent is coming close, so I don't think that will be a problem here. Even though I am a little bit faster, I think. So this one is going 450 ground speed, and I am going 450 ground speed. Okay, we are at the same speed, so that's absolutely fine. And we are soon ready to descend. Set altitude 4,000 feet. No, that's not working. Set flight level 040. This is working. Manage descent. Alt purple or alt magenta. Well, anyway, you can see I set in 4,000 feet. I set in 4,000 feet, but as we have the altitude constraint at the Soman here, you can see flight level 045 is set in magenta here, and alt is in magenta here as well. So we are now flying a managed descent, and we will now also make the passenger announcement that we are reaching our top of descent.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the cockpit once again, you will be delighted to know that we will shortly be starting our descent, at which point the cabin crew will start preparing for our arrival. If you could make sure all aisles are clear for the cabin crew as they start making their way around the aircraft, it would be most appreciated. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, once more from the cockpit, you may have noticed we've just begun our descent. If you could assist the cabin crew by tidying your tray and handing them any litter as they come around, it would be most appreciated. For safety reasons, please turn off all electronic devices or switch them to airplane mode until after we've landed. And please also note that the aircraft toilets will shortly be out of use. Thank you.
There we go. So the only sad thing here is that I don't have any errors on the route, so I never know when will I reach flight level 045. And if I calculate all the distances here, we have 17 and then 34 and then 7. Makes it 41, 58, 60, 70, makes it roughly 80 nautical miles now. And we have 28 to go, 24, 6 times 4, 24. Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's too fast. We're just descending with a glide path of with a descent angle of 2.8 degrees. That should be fine. And then we can still change it later to the managed one. And of course we now have to set it to 4,500 because the altitude constraint is still there, of course. And we can make another fuel check here. So at Domingo we should have 4.2 tons of fuel on board, and we have 4.4. And as we are descending, that's absolutely fine. We don't need that much fuel within, like, you know, 13 miles. The other aircraft, of course, is not shown anymore, as the aircraft knows we are descending while the other aircraft is cruising. So there will be no conflict at all, and therefore it's not visible on the TCAS, but we can see it up here. I'm not sure if you can see it in the stream, but here right above my mouse, there is it. There is the aircraft over here blinking. Can zoom in a little bit. It's not helping that much, but well, anyway. And we are now turning over to Domingo. No, not to Domingo, but we are turning over Domingo to VRA. And let me check. We have 34, 51, 58 nautical miles to go. And we need somewhat 20,000 feet, so we need to increase our descent a little bit more. So let's make it 3.2 degrees. Approach checklist.
Briefing.
Confirmed.
ECAM status.
Checked.
Seat belts.
Seatbelts on. I think that the seatbelts are controlled by the self-loading cargo, but I cannot click it here as well. Okay, I don't know. Set and checked.
Barrow ref.
A standard set. Set and checked.
1013 set. Minimum.
495 feet. 495 feet. Set.
495 set. Engine mode selector.
Normal.
Approach checklist complete.
Seatbelts on. He cannot do that as well. I don't know what's going on here. Why I cannot turn on the seatbelts.
Checked. Cabin crew, prepare for arrival.
Yeah, you can see these mountains down here, or actually you can see them better from this perspective here. You can see all the mountains here, and that looks really nice when you're approaching runway 30. That's really amazing. QNH was 1019. We can set that in already. Set QNH 1009. Oh.
Checked.
Set QNH 1009. That's wrong. It's 1019. QNH 1019. Set.
1019 set. Passing 16,800. Now.
Checked. So I just hope that the seatbelts will be turned on once we pass 10,000 feet, because I can remember it was turned off when we crossed flight level 100. Yeah, I just checked the settings of self-loading cargo and turned it off. The automatic seatbelt stuff. Let's see. Seatbelts on. There you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned on the seatbelt sign. Please fasten your seatbelt as soon as possible.
Wonderful. I love that. Although I have to remember to check the altitude and the route. Yeah, but this is fine. There, so we can see the landscape, the sunset, the route, speed and altitude and everything. That's fine. And it's getting bumpy now as we are coming closer to the mountains. And we still have no ATC online. So nice. It's so nice. Have a look here. Isn't this amazing? We should now reduce our descent rate so that we can reduce the speed to 250.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be arriving at our destination shortly. If you're making a connecting flight, please see the customer service agent meeting this flight or the video monitors inside the terminal for connecting gate information. For your continued safety, flight attendants will now walk through the cabin to secure it for landing. We'll collect any off-service items, newspapers and any other items that you wish to discard or may not be taken off the aircraft with you. Also, in preparation for landing, please turn off all electronic devices.
And now we continue our descent.
Please use caution when opening the overhead bins, as items may have shifted during our flight. Please stow your tray tables and return your seats to their upright position and check the security of your seatbelt. We'll be landing shortly. Thank you.
Activate approach phase.
Approach phase activated.
So it's now reducing your speed to green dot speed. And we can also now click to open descent.
Cabin crew, please prepare the cabin for landing. Thank you.
Speed brakes. Wow, that looks nice. Stunning. There's the airport. There you can see the airport. Flaps 1. Flaps 1.
Speed checked. Flaps 1.
And we passed now Silman, so there is no constraint anymore. Oh, actually there is. Above flight level 45 here. But we are quite fast here, actually. Check the landing system here. And turn down the speed brakes again. So that we can descend a little bit faster. .180 is fine, we're just a little bit high here. Flaps 2. Flaps 2.
Speed checked. Flaps 2.
We're still 12 miles out. Oh, and I should start the recording program. Where is it? I didn't start it. I didn't. Why do I forget that every time? Okay, and record.
$1,000 to go.
Checked. Glide slope star.
Checked.
1,500.
Radar altimeter alive.
Get down.
Cabin crew, seats for landing, please. Seats for landing.
Flaps full.
Speed checked. Gear down. Flaps full.
Landing checklist.
Cabin crew.
Advised.
Auto thrust.
Speed.
Auto brake.
Medium.
ECAM memo.
Landing no blue.
Landing checklist complete.
That looks great. Absolutely stunning. Very good work. This is all part of the sim update, World Update 8. That's done by the World Update here. Very good. Very nice work. Turn on the lights.
Approaching.
Manual
1,
flight.
2.
Checked.
1,000.
We will locate them to the left.
100 above. 500. 400. 300. 200. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20. Retard. 5.
Spoilers. Reverse green. Decel. 70 knots.
Checked. Manual braking. Landing lights off. After landing checklist.
Flaps.
Retracted.
Spoilers.
Disarmed.
APU.
Start.
Radar.
Off.
Predictive wind shear system.
Off.
After landing checklist complete.
With your seatbelt fastened until the captain has turned off the seatbelt sign and the aircraft is parked safely. This will be your indication that it is safe to move around the cabin, gather your belongings and disembark. We'd like to thank you for flying with us today. We appreciate your business and we hope to see you once again on a future flight. Thank you.
Taxi lights off. Ground power is already available. Cabin crew, disarms lights and cross-check.
Cabin crew, doors to manual, please. Cabin crew, the aircraft is secure. Please open doors. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, from the cockpit once again, I hope you enjoyed your flight with us today. On behalf of myself, the first officer and the cabin crew, we wish you a safe and pleasant journey from the airport and hope to see you soon again. Thanks for flying with us. Goodbye.
And that's basically it. I can now stop the recording. Don't need that anymore. And the question just is, why are the passengers not deboarding? Because they should be. Okay, now they are not? I don't know. What's going on? Sometimes this, like, in comparison with the FlyByWire A320, the self-loading cargo is not working that good, I think. Well, everything is done. Okay, then let's just instant deboard. Okay. Let's see. Okay, the FS2 crew tells me that I landed with a landing rate of 176 feet per minute. That's absolutely good. We were on box at 2012, which is 24 minutes earlier than expected. And yeah, very good report here. Very good. So what I am gonna do now is I start up the aircraft again because I want to see the approach again. And let's see, 1943 makes it no. 1910. Okay, makes it 1915. And I just start the aircraft again because for the replay I need to have them started. I will disconnect from the Vatsim servers. I stopped the engines because of the self-loading cargo. I just wanted to have the flight completed. So both engines are running. Turn down the flaps. Let's switch that back to normal. I just set the flaps down so they are down once we are in the air. Because you have to do that with the fly-by-wire here. Okay, and then we gonna go to replay. Let's see if we have a... No, we have no problem here with the GPWS. I don't need the FS2 crew anymore. Can close that down. And let's see. Okay, we are a little bit far away. I just go in a bit because I just want to see the landing from the outside. and then I'm gonna switch to the passenger view. Was okay. Was okay, not the best, but it was okay. Okay, pause the replay and go back in the air. Let's resume and speed brake disarmed and arm again, and then we could also have a view outside here, but anyway, passenger view. Let me see the other one. Okay, that's not that great. I think this one is better here. Let me just see. Yeah, I think so, because here's just grass and stuff. Let's have a look. Street down here looks a lot better than the standard Bing maps, because on the standard Bing maps it's just washed out. Although I'm not sure, maybe this is Bing maps here as well. Not sure though. Hi Jeremy, you're very late. I'm just watching the replay here from the landing. So you can see and enjoy the wonderful landing here in Bilbao. Landing rate of 170, according to the self-loading cargo, and 192 I think it was, concerning to the overlay here on the stream. Yes, it was a very short flight from Porto to Bilbao. Airtime was 1 hour 4 or something like that. Oh, by the way, I just forgot to turn off the timer, the chrono, but anyway. Yeah, and that was a touchdown. Very nice approach here into Bilbao. I still like it, and I think I will always like it. I now have to switch back to the cockpit to turn down the speed brakes and turn up the flaps. You were too busy dealing with ATC. Which kind of ATC did you deal with? By the way, that was a nice taxi out there. We could take the high-speed turnoff and then just taxi straight ahead to the apron. Very short. Not even the APU was started. Thank you very much, Jeremy. Not even the APU was already started when we turned into the gate. But yeah, that was the short flight today. There's the terminal already. I think we turned into gate 4, if I remember correctly, or maybe 3. Yeah, so that was our approach into Bilbao tonight. Actually, the city of Bilbao is very, very nicely done by Azobo here. Very nice world update for the for Spain and Portugal, Gibraltar and Andorra. Very nice. I really enjoyed it, and yeah, we're here on the gate. So this is the end of our flight today. Thank you very much, guys, for watching the stream. And yeah, Jeremy, you flew from Frankfurt to Leipzig with trainings, okay, in both stealth and the approach. Wow, okay. Seems to be as a busy flight there. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did so, please give me a thumbs up. That will help YouTube to sort my video higher in the algorithm. And I will log off now, and thank you very much once again. I hope to see you guys next time, and I wish you a pleasant weekend. Bye bye.